Come in, may I take your jacket? My name is Jerk, and this is the big show. Another big show? 6 days of six packs? Six pack week? We'll see, but I'll give you the advice I wish someone had given me when I was your age, and that is to live every week like it's six pack week. I told you it was going to be one of those weeks. I had originally planned to stream this morning, but there's just too much of a backlog of ships clamoring to get on here, so let's get to it. Today we have another first-time guest on the program, one we haven't seen since my initial review, but after getting themselves a new agent and reinventing their look, I thought it would be worth giving them another try. So I invited them back on the show, and they graciously accepted. So let's bring them out, put your hands together for the Premium Tier 6 U.S. Navy destroyer and the only ship with a rudder shift shorter than Danny DeVito. Give it up for Sims. The Sims, you may recall, was my very first review as a fully licensed Thrill Wowzles community contributor, and really in just about every CC's review it earned a collective lol what? Because sure, it was fast and agile, but its torpedoes are very weak and slow if you want to have any range, or you could use the short-range, harder-hitting ones, but the area where you could stealth fire them was incredibly limited. That was until he walked in. Albert Cleaves, and he had gams all the way up to his armpits, and I knew he was trouble. But his skills and perks got me thinking about that destroyer sitting in my port, and the way it looked at me, and I wanted to take it out again without the silly limitations holding me back. So take it out I have, and let me put the commander and modules I'm using up on the big screen. As mentioned, Albert Cleaves introduces a whole different way to play this ship. My detection is now down to 5.1 kilometers, and I'm using the short-range, harder-hitting torpedoes thanks to his perks. They get out to about 6.4 kilometers now, giving me just over a kilometer of stealth fire ability. And if you don't know, these short-range torpedoes are actually decently speedy for American torps at just about 70 knots. Then there is one more thing you should know about them with Cleaves. These torpedoes reload pretty quickly, just a hair over 60 seconds, which means you can torp a couple of unsuspecting destroyers once, send another set in after you've busted their motor, and then turn around to come finish the job with your guns. Yeah, you beat their teeth out, then kick them in the stomach for mumbling. With Albert Cleaves' brains and the Sims' looks, this ship could go places.
You've sunk an enemy destroyer. Enemy destroyer blown up. We've got two of them.
And that brings us to this match. Two Brothers, a map you can go your whole life trying to forget. You see it so rarely. So I'd better make the most of it while I can. Pretty odd that both red destroyers spawned on this side, but hey, I took them both out, and I only lost about half of my health doing so. But in having done that, I pretty much can now do what I have been wanting to do in this ship since Cleaves walked into my office. The first thing I need to do is accept the fact that I need to get rid of this Nagato on the west side. I really was not wanting to, but if I left them over there, then there would be a good chance of them having a crossfire onto my teammates. So I am resolved to torp them, or at least try. And since this ship is so speedy, it's not like it's that far out of my way. Resigned to that fact, I can lie in wait, a predator in the jungle, hunting the most dangerous game of all, man. Boo. So here we wait. And what's he doing over there? I bet he spent a little time in jail. I heard he was on the roof last night signaling with flashlights. And what's that tune he's always whistling? And what's he doing over there? So let's drop our 2 sets and get on our merry way. I've done what I can for the time being. The teams are pretty much even, but it looks like our east flank is struggling. My torpedoes are looking okay so far, and my teammates have just sunk a Byron, leaving this Nagato and Queen on this side. So as my torpedoes are nearly reloaded, I'm going to make a beeline for the Queen. How's that set looking? It's hard to tell. Seems like they... Oh. Alright. And that's our third ship, and our Dev Strike to go along with our double strike. I am getting greedy at this point. My head is saying I should go back to our base, but when your head says one thing and your whole life says another, your head always loses. So I am going for the Queen. I want to actually get around to their backside, but they're actually trapped in this channel right now. So I decide I might as well fire them now, and then announce my presence to cause some panic once I get around to the opposite side of their main battery. So here goes one set. Just wait a little bit and drop the other. I know it's kind of bad form to stack like that, but whatever. Alright, so we're onto this backside. Now we might as well start shooting. And you can tell I'm not particularly concerned with actually hitting them, as most of these shots I'm not even aiming down the binoculars. I'm just kind of freehand aiming. I was really just trying to start a fire and then see if any of these torpedoes would hit. We do have a flood, and I'm going to get flat broadside, so I'm going to switch over to AP. Might as well just try it since they're flooding out. Let's see how much damage this does. Enough. So there is 4, and now we have a Kraken hunt and a big decision to make. You all know that most of the videos I put up here are not really meant to be educational unless they're trainables. Speaking of, I have a Z23 trainables that I want to do, but I keep getting too many of these darn 6-packs. And while you might glean a little insight into my thought process of why I'm going places, or even visually get why I am positioning myself in one place and not another, or go to one area and not another, these are definitely not meant to say, that's how it's done. Well, unless you're looking at how to play selfishly. And when I do make an incredibly selfish play, and not one that is particularly a good lesson for a good player, I will point it out. And this is it. Do as I say and not as I do, because what I am about to do could land you in deep doo. So yeah, I'm hunting the 5th kill, and that's not the way to win. Is there a way to win? Well, there's a way to lose more slowly. I was originally planning to go up along that east coast, but once my common sense started tingling, I realized, why would I chase them from behind when I can just head them off at the pass? So right off the cap, I'm going to go. See, bad jerk. I should have stayed on here and just gotten the win, but you know, I'm only trying to have fun, plus there's that battleship just to my west, and you know they're gonna stay on the cap. Relax. It's gonna be fine, I hope. So while we are on this slight detour, maybe we should talk about this ship once again. Now that we get Gleaves for free, and it changes so much of the dynamic of this ship, does that suddenly mean that the Sims is worth the money? Not to me, still, but it's your money. You like money? You've got a great big dollar bill sign where most people have a heart. But should you somehow find yourself in possession of this ship, I don't know, maybe it'll come back in a crate someday, or hell, maybe we'll find out next week that this is the new Global XP ship. If that should be the case, then I will definitely say that it is fun now, and that playing like this has been way more enjoyable of an experience than playing it how I did in the review. In-game time, and we've got 3, I take that back, we've got 2 options up here, what with Galicinia being gone. It's fine, it's fine. We just need to summon our telepathic abilities and convince the West Virginia to turn towards us. Oh my gosh, it is actually working. Thank you, sir, for turning in. I will smoke him since I got him, and now I will sprinkle you with hot golden showers as a way of saying thanks. Look how fast those torps go. I wonder what the concealment on them is. I should have looked. As prepared as always, jerk. If you know what it is, let me know down in the comments. I am actually genuinely curious for these fast torps. But here we're going to have it. Kraken 216 in The Sims. One more for the 6-pack, but will there be time? The red base is nearly capped, but you remember how I said that battleship would stay on the base and cap? I lied. Get off the base, do it now! Now I don't know who the player is, but thank you. I am sure they have no idea that they're going to allow the 6-packs to continue to flow freely. But this little choice that they make to get off right there, right before it was capped, that's what makes everything else possible. That and this Colorado turning in towards me, and I guess to also some extent the quick reload on these torpedoes. You know, if I were in like the Benson or the Fletcher, or I guess really Mahan, all of those have very slow reloading torps. So having these down to what looks like just 1 minute and 4 seconds. And now we can just watch the inevitable happen. Isn't that normally when the sound starts? Where's our sound guy? Start the music. Start the end of the show music. Alright, there we go. You know, I might need to leave some direct feedback to the development team that we need a new medal of 6 cans of beer at this pace. Alright, scoreboard. 2,777 XP, really? That's it? I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. Maybe it's because we were top tier. Anyway, GG blue team, better luck next time red team. And that's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you think The Sims has a new lease on life, give this video a thumbs up. If you think it should be scuttled, give it a dislike. Questions, comments, the answer to that torp detection question, I really am curious. Oh, and what's the formula for figuring that out? Anyone? Leave it down below. Subscribe if you haven't had your fill, because I spoke with our producers and it sounds like we've got another one already in the pipe. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another one soon, and we will talk